Episode 19, part 3 of Kenya's premier video podcast, sports video podcast, I must add, the Three Quarters podcast. Today, being 9th April 2017, we are shooting from an undisclosed location on Raptor Road in Westlands. We like to call it like a safe house for the Three Quarters podcast, but we're on Raptor Road and not Vineyard. As always, we've always tried to get guys into the game of rugby 15s, and therefore we created the Road to Japan hashtag to support the Kenya Simbas who are about to start their World Cup qualifiers. Of course, they start with a test match against Germany in Kenya, which is going to be on May 27th. Then we play Uganda, Senegal, and Tunisia in Nairobi before going to Zimbabwe and finishing it off in Windhoek, Namibia, for the World Cup qualifiers. Therefore, jump onto the Road to Japan hashtag to support the Kenya Simbas boys, because indeed these boys are the superstars of rugby in Kenya. Kenya Cup is taking a break, but as it takes a break comes the Easter holidays, 14th to 16th of April, which brings to us the show in Las Vegas, the Great Rift Ten-a-Side Rugby Tournament, which is always a showstopper. Easter, I think it's the biggest tournament. Personally, I think outside Nairobi, and I think it's the biggest tournament, sports tournament that happens over the Easter holidays. It is as a result of this that the Three Quarters podcast has teamed up with MORAN Sports and MORAN Sports Travel. MORAN Sports is a company that facilitates traveling for sports, both locally and internationally. Therefore, we've come up with packages for the Ten-a-Side tournament at Jarika Hotel and the Waterback Hotel. Keep it live, keep it locked on our social media platforms to get details on these packages that Three Quarters and MORAN Sports are providing. This is Ngashi, official noisemaker,
Jeringus Kenyana,
and we dive into chaos. Number one. For those of you who follow local football, the Kenya Premier League, you're aware that SuperSport has recently terminated their agreement for coverage of the Kenya Premier League. I just want to ask you, Ngusale, what's your thought? What's your initial thought on that issue?
I think it's a monkey business, kidogo.
Yeah.
After 10 years, they've been at it for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then suddenly decide to leave because of the ownership of KPL,
yes,
who runs. Okay, that's just backroom stories.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think I'd welcome it.
Yes.
And our local television networks should now step up.
Yes.
I think they need to step up, as we talked last week.
Yes.
On about some other episode.
Yes. Episode 17.
Episode 17.
Yes.
About how the local media should come in and push the sports product.
Yes.
Our local sports product to our viewers at large. So I think I'll welcome it. Only I'll welcome Sana if our guys can step up and
fill in that void. Yeah. The narrative, of course, is mismanagement at KPL. I do not believe the narrative, I'm going to be honest. After 10 years being in the game, I do not think that you just wake up and feel that there's been mismanagement. Nick Mwendwa has been in office for about 1.5 to 2 years. If you feel it's mismanagement, whatever it is, whether KPL, FKF, if you feel it's mismanagement, 2 years later is when you're discovering, come on, there's a red flag there. There's a story you're not getting. But I do support you. Now it's for the local stations to get on board. It's for the citizens, K24s, NTVs to get on board, to sink in money for coverage of local sports. What do you do in that aspect? All these channels are on DSTV, and they have a continent-wide appeal on DSTV. Therefore, we are able to market our game from a bigger perspective. For corporate Kenyan, if you get Citizen, for example, showing Kenya Premier League, the number of people who watch Kenya Premier League in Kenya and in Mashinani, then and even revenue, from a revenue perspective for these channels,
it's a win-win situation.
It's a win-win situation, because when you're showing these games, for the 2 hours you're showing these games, any advert that's going to be running for those 2 hours, it's kind of what America does with Super Bowl. You see, so channels will be able to generate a lot of revenue if only our guys can get to it and start thinking large.
They need to step up.
Exactly, they need to step up. So I support you. I do welcome the move, because it's time for our local media stations to get involved in coverage of sports in Kenya. FIFA rankings, they were released this week and this past week, and Kenya is now ranked at number 72, of course, after going 10 games unbeaten. What do you think about that?
Second highest position in the
Yes.
This is very, very good. It's showing that there's some development in and our sports.
Yes.
The Stars are doing quite well.
Yes.
And I'm happy for them. And it's something to be proud of.
Yes.
As a Kenyan, that you are moving forward.
Yes. I always say it's not right for Victor Wanyama to be playing for Tottenham, who are currently second in the league, and yet Kenya is suffering. It should reflect. Exactly.
As you're there playing for your club internationally.
Yes.
When you come back home, let it show.
Yes.
Bring up your team as well.
Exactly. Michael Olunga has just gone to China, and
he's playing some fantastic
football. He got a brace versus DRC in their last game. So 7-2 is actually a good outing for Kenya.
It can only go up.
It can only go up.
Follow the footsteps of rugby.
Exactly. Follow the footsteps of rugby. That's true. It can only it can only go up. Let's take you to England, the English Premier League. I'll read you the results from the midweek games that happened last week and the games that happened this past weekend. We had Watford versus West Brom, which was 2-0. We had Leicester versus Sunderland. These guys are on a resurgence. They beat Sunderland 2-0. We had Burnley beat Stoke 1-0. We had Manchester United draw with Everton 1-1. We had Swansea lose to Tottenham Hotspurs 3-1. We had Hull beat Middlesbrough 4-2. Liverpool drew with Bournemouth 2-2. Arsenal beat West Ham 3-0. Southampton beat Crystal Palace 3-1. And Chelsea beat Manchester City 2-1.
Leicester beat Sunderland.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah. Into the games that happened yesterday. Of course, Tottenham Hotspurs beating, yesterday being 8th of April 2017. Tottenham Hotspurs beat Watford 4-0. Stoke lost to Liverpool 2-1. Middlesbrough drew with Burnley 0-0. Bournemouth lost to Chelsea 3-1. West Ham beat Swansea 1-0. West Brom lost to Southampton 1-0. And Manchester City beat Hull 3-1. Sunderland played Manchester United earlier on. Everton Leicester is happening as we speak. And Crystal Palace versus Arsenal will be tomorrow at Monday. That is Monday Night Football, 10th April 2017. Standings as we speak, Chelsea are number 1, Tottenham are number 2, Liverpool are number 3, Manchester City number 4, Arsenal 5, and Manchester United 6.
Sitter.
Yeah, on a sitter, as Musale likes saying. Bottom, Sunderland number 20, Middlesbrough number 19, Swansea number 18, and Hull just sitting right above the relegation zone at number 17. Sport that's one and chini. They might go chini, Maze.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully for us, for Kenya, we hope these guys don't get relegated. On to some Formula 1, Chinese Grand Prix. Kusali, you want to give us the results?
The results, Chinese Grand Prix.
Yeah.
We had Hamilton winning it.
Yeah.
Vettel came in second, and third was Verstappen. I can see now it's been changing between Vettel and Hamilton.
Yes.
Because Hamilton took the Australian. Sorry, Vettel took the Australian.
Yeah.
Now I can see Hamilton coming back.
Yes.
To win this Chinese one.
Chinese.
The next one will be Bahrain.
Yes.
The April 16th.
That's going to be Bahrain. Who do you think is going to take it in Bahrain?
I think the Mercedes are back.
Yeah.
I think they were a bit shaky in the first leg, the Australian leg.
Yes.
This time round, I think Hamilton will go like 2 more wins. Then maybe Vettel can come and sneak in one.
Do you think so? Do you think this season is going to be between Vettel and Hamilton?
Hamilton.
Yeah.
But be wary of Verstappen.
The young chap.
These young chaps. Be carefree. Now Vettel, Hamilton are the old dogs.
Yes.
Of the sports.
Hamilton is not an old dog. Anyway.
He's not an old dog. Okay, the likes of Alonso.
Fernando Alonso, 2-time world champion. Fernando Alonso. Man, anyway. We take you from China in the east, the Grand Prix, China in the east, and take you to the west, the NBA. Russell Westbrook breaking the record now. Record set by Oscar Robertson for triple doubles in a season, and he's now at 42 triple doubles. Do you think that this warrants an MVP for Russell Westbrook?
It does.
Yes.
By the end of the day, it's close to the end of the regular season.
Yes.
Just about to get to the playoffs. I think he's deserved it.
Yeah.
He's been maintaining a very high level.
Yes.
A very high level of performances, because 42 triple doubles is no joke.
Yes.
Yeah. This is someone who's assisting you.
Yes.
The rebounds.
Or blocks.
Scoring as well.
And he's scoring.
And he's been carrying that team.
Yes.
Yeah. I think he's the one who's even taken them to the playoffs.
After the exit of
KD.
Kevin Durant
to Golden State.
Golden State. Whereas I do agree with you, and Russell Westbrook is one of the guys I really love in the league right now because of the way he plays. He's one of the few guys I feel have full-out passion and play with aggression in the game right now.
Loyalty too.
Loyalty. I don't think it warrants him an MVP because of where OKC is. Yes, he's been valuable, yes, but because of where OKC is in the standings, I don't think it edges him over James Harden. Houston Rockets are third in the Western Conference. I think James Harden, primarily because of what James Harden has done at Houston Rockets and the systems that Mike D'Antoni has put in at Houston Rockets. So yes, I do agree that it gives him a claim, but I don't think he should.
You don't think he should?
I think James Harden will take it. But anyway,
Russell.
We will chill and see how that goes. Takes us on to our bonus segment of the week. And our bonus segment today being 9th of April 2017, we are talking about, do we feel like the fans in Kenya today support the local games? And for us as a Three Quarters podcast in specific, the game of rugby, do you feel that we get the support from the fans based in Kenya? What's your take on that?
My take is that there is some support,
yes,
but it's not at a desirable level.
Yeah.
If I may say, the fans are yet to fully pick up that mantle and get behind our local teams.
Yeah.
You could see, I would say, in comparison with the ball, local ball.
Yeah.
Stadiums are there, like Nyayo Stadium, which is 30,000 capacity.
Yeah.
It's never full.
Yes.
But it got fuller with when sponsors came in and the game was put out there, Missouri. You could see more fans coming in
and night
football as well. It really encouraged fans to come out.
Yeah.
And rugby as well is growing.
Yeah.
I'd say, but it's apart from the normal fans that have been there for quite a while.
Yeah.
But the numbers are going up.
Yeah.
And then the likes of sevens, tens now. Fans are coming in. And it helps when players feel that they have fans behind them.
Yes.
It gives them some nice morale.
Yeah.
And you're not only playing for yourself.
Yeah.
There's someone out there who's taking his time and money to come see you to come watch you play.
Yeah.
So it pushes you.
I think I don't think that the local fans are supporting the game as it should be supported. I have always said it does not make sense to me that you are going to cry about Liverpool, you're going to cry about Arsenal, you're going to know everyone who's playing for the Sunwolves, or you're going to know everyone who's playing for the Crusaders, but you do not know what's happening in your local league.
I was surprised. I thought you knew all the players playing for Sunwolves.
For the Crusade, but anyway, you get my point.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't understand how you know the whole of the All Blacks team. Paka the guy who carries kit.
Yeah, the guy for grass.
The guy for grass, but you don't know who plays in the local league. I don't think it's right. And people, the middle class again always complains about quality. That's crap.
You come to the stadiums
and then tell us
give
about
us that money.
Yeah.
It will improve the quality.
Then tell us about that quality. These guys, the entertainment they give us week in, week out is deadly. Therefore, do not tell us. And as you say, bring in the money to the game, come pay these tickets. The quality is going to go high because these guys then can you don't have to think about Nina exam and Nina game. You focus on game.
Focus on the game.
That's our clarion call. We can only ask the fans to come and support the game of rugby and sports in general. That has been episode 19, part 3 of the Three Quarters podcast. We always ask you guys to like our Facebook page, to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course to follow us on Instagram. Keep it live, keep it locked. Content keeps on dropping thick and fast on the Three Quarters podcast. This is Ngashi, official noisemaker.
Jeringus, Kenyana.
Until next week, episode 20.
In Vegas.
Cheers.